When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. Story. Imagine a cold night and a dark night. A night like this one. And imagine a bed with a farmer and his wife fast asleep, snuggling up for warmth. And in this bed, the farmer, shivering, reaches out for his wife. But instead of a head, he finds a foot, because his missus is rubbing noses with their dog, who sleeps every night at the end of the bed.
What kind of dog?
I don't know. A dog. Some kind of dog.
Some kind of dog? Terrific story. Should I bark?
Oh, no!
Just for tonight.
Don't be dense, woman.
One night won't hurt. It might work.
Sleeping upside down? What good's that gonna do?
Midwife said it sometimes helps.
You're not gonna get a child. If you want company, get a widow woman up from the village. Now come up this end. I'm proper frozen.
But the farmer's wife didn't want no widow for company. She wanted a baby. And she'd wanted this child for what seemed a lifetime, until she couldn't bear to watch the lambs born, or the calves come, or the eggs hatch. It hurt her so. And she drove the farmer mad with her cranky books and her cranky charms and remedies.
This stings!
That's good.
It's good?
I'm making you a nice tonic and all, to be drunk night and morning. I want a child. I wouldn't care if it were a strange thing made of marzipan or porridge, if it were ugly as a hedgehog. I want a baby to wrap in a bundle and sing to and snoodle with and hug to bits.
Now, to say you wouldn't care when you want something is a dangerous thing. That woman wanted a baby so bad she couldn't care what she got. If she got a hedgehog, she'd bring its snout to her breast. Ears twitch that shouldn't be listening. And no sooner said than done. She got her wish, the farmer's wife. She's all swollen stomach and thinks it's the baths he took or the sleeping upside down. But in fact, of course, it's the saying you wouldn't care what you got what gets you jiggered. Because everyone knows what heard a proper story. She has her boy, and straight away there he is, little ball, as ugly as sin, with a pointed nose and sprouting hair everywhere.
Hedgehogs do not have hair. They have quills.
But this hedgehog baby had quills as soft as feathers, and his mother held him to her breast and wrapped him in a bundle and snoodled him and hugged him to bits. And she gave him the name Hans. Hans, my hedgehog, she called him. Oh yes, the mother loved her baby all right, but not everybody did.
What a laughing stock.
Get out of here, lad! Like this! Bring the freezing in here! I don't want you in here now!
We're going home.
What about our chores?
That's the end of parading ourselves in public.
Don't cry, my sweet.
You don't even cry like a proper baby. Can't you shut that squealing? Ow!
And the farmer grew to hate his son, Hans the hedgehog boy. Out in the field, he chopped and scythed and bundled and milked, but all the while the shame of what had befallen him turned a knot in his heart. One moment the rage welling up in him, the next tears, huge tears splashing his boots. And time passed by, day following day, week chasing week, and the hedgehog boy grew up.
Hey, Beastie! You, critter chop! Oi, prickleback! Hogheads! Ruffle hog!
And Hans my hedgehog learned he was strange, and he learned he was ugly, and he learned to be sad, and he learned the name that was given him.
Ruffle hog!
That's enough! Out! Out! From now on, I'll eat out there with the other beasts!
Hans! Hans!
Come home!
Hans heard them, but he wouldn't answer. He lay there all night, his rooster for company, and thought until he thought a hole in the ground. And his mother couldn't sleep, and his father wandered the dark hours, a great needle in his heart. In the morning, weary, the farmer returned. By the step, asleep, was his son, the grovel hog.
I've trudged all night for you. You'll not eat for a week off my food.
Father, I want you to do some things for me.
Do what?
I want you to go to the village and have me a saddle made for my rooster so I can ride him. And I want some of your sheep and some hens and some pigs.
Oh, do you now, fancy fine?
I know which ones I'd like, and they would be happy to come with me.
Come with you? Come with you where?
Where I go, which is away, which is to somewhere where I can't hurt anyone and no one can hurt me.
And when are you planning this gad to away and somewhere?
When I have the saddle.
You can't go nowhere. What'd your mother say? Or who dotes on you?
Father, all night I lay outdoor to understand why you don't love me. And I've thought until I've thought a hole in the grass. And now it's all right. When I have the saddle, I'll go.
And the farmer felt ashamed, and he brought home a saddle for the rooster, and he herded up the animals his son had asked for, and he told his wife pack a packed lunch, and all the while the grovel hog sat on the stoop and waited. And when all was done, he went to his mother and she kissed him, and then to his dad and hugged him. And the farmer knew for the first time how soft he was. They watched him until he was a faint smudge in the distance, and his mother felt a crack in her heart like a tiny pencil line. And each day after the pencil line got thicker and thicker, and one day not long after, her heart split in half, and she died. 20 years later, a king got lost in a great forest. And after he got lost, he got more lost, until he was so lost he began to tug his ear, which is a sure sign of big trouble, when he heard a sound, which was a bitter sound and a sweet sound all at once, which began like hello and ended like goodbye. And tugging his ear like Billy-O, he followed the sound until he came to a clearing. And the palace the king saw before him was the most extraordinary palace in your whole boar.
I'm very lost, and I'm very hungry. And somewhere back there, a long time ago, I was a king.
But now so lost and so hungry, you wouldn't knock at the beast's house.
Well,
You are welcome in my house, sir, and at my table.
And the king sat at the grovel hog's table and ate of the greenest greens and the sweetest sweets and the juiciest juices.
oh, how very, very kind.
After, his host took up the bagpipes and played old songs which were bitter and sweet all at once and began like hello and ended like goodbye. And before he could think, I'm full now and found, the king was asleep. Well, This king woke up the next morning after a night of the kind of dreams you only dream about. And he opened his eyes and almost yanked off his ear because he found himself under a tree which certainly wasn't where he'd fallen asleep. And more confusing, it was a tree from which he could see the edge of his kingdom. And he began to dance as only kings once lost and then found can dance. A jig, a jiggle joggle, and a leap.
I've heard this story, and you're telling it all wrong. What happens is, the king wants to give the grovel hog a reward for all his help, and so he says, name anything. And the hog thing says, give me the first thing to greet you when you arrive in your kingdom. And the king agrees, because he knows the first thing to greet him will be his faithful flop-eared Wagger, the royal dog. So the king says yes, and the hog thing says, I'll collect my reward in a year and a day. And off he goes on his ridiculous rooster. But things don't go as he planned, do they? And it's not poor Wagger who gets there first.
And the king lets go of the princess of sweetness and cherry pie, and his face clouds over. But then he shrugs and turns back to his daughter and dog and walks away for a year and a day. Here we are, dearie-os, in the king's great hall. And lo and behold, a handsome storyteller has been summoned to court to entertain the royal family. King. Now, of course, the king here has been counting the days off his calendar, and it is a year ago today, you see, since he made his rash promise to the grovel hog. And tomorrow, you remember, is the day when the grovel hog is due to arrive to collect his reward. Princess? I'm very good at this. Hey? Get rid of him! Fool, idiot! Throw him in the dungeon! Feed him inch by inch to my royal Charlotte! What they won't eat, give to his dog!
No! Help! No! No! Put me down! Put me down!
Your Majesty, a huge army appears at the gates.
Oh, does it?
Not men, but animals, sire.
Told you.
Sire?
I heard you! Let them in!
Give a fella some space, I want to hear this.
Do you remember me?
I do.
A year and a day have passed since last we met. Will you keep your promise to me?
I will!
He will?
Do you know of me, lady?
I do, sir. You saved my father, and he owes you his life.
Do you know of his promise to me?
He promised you the first thing to greet him on his return.
And what was that?
Me, sir. I am yours.
Then I want you to be my wife and come live with me in the forest. I want you to be my princess of sweetness and cherry pie. I want to catch you up and sing to you. I want you to love me.
Yes, sir.
Do you find me very ugly?
No, sir. Not so ugly as going back on a promise.
Come on, shift yourselves. There's a royal wedding. You're all to be pardoned. I don't know why, I'm sure. Well, come on. I don't know about wedding. Up there, it's more like a funeral.
Good. A wedding. I might even be asked to tell a story or two. Who knows? It's on days like these that artists come into their own.
The
most unhappy wedding party you ever saw. And that night, in her bedchamber, it was a terrified princess who lay waiting for her new husband to join her. And lying there, half sweetness, half cherry pie, the princess could hardly credit what she'd seen. But creeping to the window, she looked down, and there, sure enough, a man moving among the animals in the quiet rain. And she found herself going to the abandoned coat of hair and quills, and touching it, soft and warm and remarkable. And the first rays of morning woke her from dreams of waterfalls and ice cream. And there she was in her bed, and by the embers the grovel hog, back again, beast again. And so had she dreamed all this peeling off of skin? Surely she must have. But that night, the same scene, her husband standing over her as she pretended to sleep. The tender touch on her arm, not prickly, but so smooth she felt an ache when he left her. And she found herself going to the skin and lying against it, and how comfortable she found it. And she felt drowsy, lying there by the fire, so peaceful. She felt herself drifting off, and knew she mustn't, but really couldn't help herself.
Sir, I woke and you had gone, and left behind you your coat of quills.
Which would you have for husband? The man or the creature?
I have a husband, sir, and he is what he is. No more and no less.
Then forgive him, madam, if he returns to his skin. For I am enchanted and cannot leave it. But if you say nothing of this for a third night, then loyal love will break the spell forever.
I promise.
But we all know about promises, don't we? And secrets. What use are they when no one knows about them? When they twist and turn and tickle in our stomachs, when they're tickly little fish wriggling into our conversations. Now, you see, the princess had a mother, and mothers have this way of catching secret fish and promise fish. They eye us with wise eyes, and all our rivers are glass to them. Just so with the queen, who that morning at breakfast sees her daughter skip to the table. Eat, when for days no appetite.
Hungry?
Laugh,
Yes.
when for days no laughter.
Sleep well?
Yes, thank you.
Not troubled by the creature?
No, Mother. And please don't speak of him as a creature.
Listen, daughter. Last night, your father and I went to a wise woman and told of your tragedy. And she knows of these creatures, these grovel hogs, and knows the remedy. He is enchanted, you see.
I know.
Oh?
I mean, I knew that he must be, something like that. Yes, I see. He's enchanted.
He's told you, hasn't he?
No, really, he hasn't. I just knew he must be.
And, does he take off his skin?
No, he doesn't.
The only way to break the spell is to throw the skin into the fire. Cast the skin into the flames and he will be free of it.
That's not the way.
So, he has told you.
That night, the third, when everything happens as before, the princess is haunted by her mother's advice. And oh dear, oh dear.
Please! Please!
And there she sat, the princess of sweetness and cherry pie, weeping into the fire, and she would let no one see her, not even me, and I was her favorite. No, she thought and thought until she thought a hole in the hearth, until she knew what she must do. She went to the blacksmith and got from him a pair of iron shoes, and that night, when all slept, she slipped out of the palace and set off to wander the world in search of her husband. She walked and walked until she wore out the first pair of shoes, and still no one had set eyes on the grovel hog. And she got a second pair of shoes and began again, never stopping, always hoping. And the second pair of shoes wore out, and still she walked, always looking, always hoping to hear a music both bitter and sweet, beginning in hello and ending in goodbye, but nothing. Till one day, weary and wretched, she came to a stream and lay down by it, and saw in the water's mirror her hair was now quite white, and she sorrowed for her red hair and her husband, both lost forever.
To the health of that most beautiful woman who could not keep her promise for one more day.
Husband,
How did you find me?
I have walked the world to find you, and have worn out the soles of 3 pairs of iron shoes. My hair is no longer red. But I come to claim you, and catch you up, and snoodle you and hug you to bits.
And so the princess who could not keep her promise won back her husband through looking without hope of finding and holding on for dear life. And in time her hair grew red again, and there was another wedding all over. And we were both invited. And I told the best story there is to tell, a story which begins in hello and ends in goodbye. And for a gift, she gave me a shoe worn to nothing. Here it is. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. What? What's the matter?
I don't want you to even look at it or say its name, but there is a huge, and when I say huge, I mean bigger than huge. I mean huge, enormous. And this is no laughing matter. I'm talking about a thing beginning with S and with several revolting black...
What you going on about? You don't mean this little spider.
Hey, come back. Have you killed it?
Yes.
Promise?
Promise. I popped it between my fingers. Come and see. It's quite a mess. Ugh.
Good. Yuck. They're foul. They don't even know the meaning of the word bone.
What a noodle you are. Frightened of a little thing.
You're frightened of rats.
Everyone's frightened of rats. They're rattish. It's normal. Why? You seen a rat?
You're shuddering.
So you? Mm-hmm. Now it's getting dark. Don't like the dark either. Come here and bark a bit.
What should we do until morning?
Well, I could tell you the story of the boy who set forth to learn what fear was.
You mean he didn't know?
No.
He wasn't frightened of rats or bats or cats or things beginning with S?
No, a rare boy. The second son of the second cousin of my second wife's second niece, who died and left her husband, a tailor, 2 sons. The one good, the other good for nothing. And he was called Fear Not.
Be off with you good for nothing! What time do you call this?
Don't know, Dad. What time do you call it?
Lord, give me patience. Well, have you got the buttons?
What buttons?
The buttons I sent you out for.
Do you know, Dad, I completely forgot them buttons. Tell the truth, I stood and played under my sweetheart's window. Oh, she's a lovely.
Did you hear that? He forgot.
Never fear. I'll go back.
And forget again? No. You go, son.
I'll go in the morning.
The morning's no use. Go now.
I would, but the dark comes and I don't like the forest. It's all shadows. There's trolls in there and dragons.
Let me go. I don't mind shadows. And I never saw a dragon.
Be off with you then. What are you going for?
Don't tell me to see dragons. No, ogres.
Buttons!
Buttons.
So off goes Fear Not to fetch buttons. But the village bullies watch him, his skip and his gormless grin. He's ripe for ragging. Oh yes, they'll fetch him a fearful fright.
Hello. Are you a troll?
I am a wordle, only twice as bad.
Never mind.
I want your bag of buttons.
Sorry, they're for my dad.
Give them to me, or I'll mutton you.
Mutton me?
I'll give you a right flummox.
That doesn't sound very nice.
Give me the buttons!
Very well.
And back he goes, our boy, to his dad's house, full of tales of a wordle, only twice as bad. I'm sorry about the buttons. And did you know a wordle has 3 voices? And the father sets him outside with 40 shillings in a purse and tells him to go off and learn something. Fear Not considers this. He's always wanted to know how to shudder. The knack of it's eluded him. He'll set forth to learn what fear is, with nothing to guide him but a bag of shillings, a fiddle, and a fool's errand.
Good day, young man. Now, isn't this a lucky meeting?
Good day, sir.
I can tell by the gleam in your eye you have a sweetheart.
I do, sir.
And what's her name?
I don't know.
Ah, well, what's her name? Mine's Mackay, but I don't mind it.
Mine's Fear Not.
And there you go, as me poor mother would say. Have you got a mother?
I'm afraid I don't.
Well, we all had one once, and that's the main thing. Now, your sweetheart, is she dark of hair?
Oh, dark, sir. Like Arabia.
Like Arabia, oh, happy day. And a happy day it is for you, young man. For in this bag, I have a scarf of silk, direct from the shores of Arabia. Here, I insist you take it, and may you learn a name with it.
Thank you, mister.
And it's because you're such a fine fellow, I'm only going to ask you to pay me what I paid for it. A double Persian.
How much is that?
How much you got?
40 shillings.
Nothing like that. Barely half. Less than 2/3.
I'd like the scarf, because I've set forth to learn things, you see. And to learn a name is something. But I'll give you all I have if you could learn me what fear is.
You will give me 40 shillings if I can frighten you?
Gladly.
I see, said the blind man. Let me think. Shut your eyes.
Is something the matter?
No, just give me a minute. What do you reckon that is at your throat?
I don't know, sir. A knife?
And a sharp knife. Slit a hair clean in two.
That's marvellous.
Slit a throat without touching the sides.
That's a good knife, then.
Certainly is, and will do for you, young man, unless you part with your bag of shillings.
I can't do that, for I must learn what fear is. And I'm not frightened of you, Mr. Mackay. You're a friend.
No, we're friends. Goodness, I'm sure we are. Let me take you down the lane, where I think I can arrange a little case of the shudders for you. Follow me.
Where do we go?
To a pond, by a hedge, by a field, by a mill, by a town. And in that pond is a fearful sight. So fearful. Think what fearful is, and add 10.
And shall I shudder?
No question. If you survive.
And off they went a most fanciful peregrination, until they came to a pond by a hedge, by a field, by a mill, by a town. And as they arrived with day ending, they saw folk rushing from the mill, still dusted with flour, and would not stop to swap words. Shouted, "Be clear before dark falls! Beware the pond!" and other such unwelcomes.
Here. Is this where I learn to shudder, Mr. Mackay?
The trick is, you must plunge into the pond, and fear will swim up to greet you.
Splendid. Ah, it's a treat. Will you join me?
No, thanks. I must retire and get us beds for the night. You must sleep after a good fright. Good luck.
Thank you.
Now, this green pond is not all welcome, cool, and water lilies. Deep in its green deep is a terrible thing, and it peers up through the green and sees a pair of feet. It's a man. Oh dear, oh dear. So there he is, our man Fear Not, dangling his feet in the pond, waiting to shudder, wondering how, when all of a sudden, and who would believe it, the water begins to gather and froth and swirl. And below me, if a ring of sad beauties don't appear, eyes closed and melancholy. These are the sisters of the deep, and their dance is a welcome to drowning. Come in, they seem to say. And Fear Not looks on, enchanted by their loveliness. Then he does what he always does when this mood takes him. Now, why do the village folk avoid this pretty scene? Why do men tremble as night falls and the moon gleams its silver on the pool? Because, my dearios, my darlings, these are the daughters of the terrible thing. Water in their veins, water in their eyes. They have but two tasks, to drown men and to drown women. Come in, they seem to say. Come in and sip our bitter beer. Come in and meet our master.
Do you know who I am?
I don't think so. You're not a wordle, some sort of terrible thing.
Exactly. These are my pretties. They tempt young men like you, and I drown them.
Why?
Because. But first, give me your bird. Its song is so beautiful.
I can't do that. I have to make it. Look.
Where does the singing come from?
He tells.
Let me try. Horrid.
You must learn to play.
But your bird, where does its song come from?
The song? Oh, far away. Ireland.
Which direction?
Over there. Many lefts and many rights.
Ireland. I'll go there. That way, you say?
That's it.
Make it sing some more, and then I'll go.
And our boy plays some more until the creature leaves his daughters and his green pool and his endless drowning and heads off in search of Ireland and the bird that sings. And he lives there still, for all I know. What a hero! What a hero! Not one feast, but 20, 78 gifts, 4 offers of marriage, and much playing of the fiddle. By morning, Mr. Mackay, self-appointed manager of heroes and historian of Fear Not's exploits, has noted details of the whereabouts of trolls and terrors and dragons and demons and untold, unsolved mysteries. Thus commissioned, the 2 companions set off, and it isn't till late the following afternoon, head still muddled by cider, that Fear Not remembers to cap the tinker's ears, retrieve his 40 shillings, and ask him where they're heading next.
Well, I have the route to a fine terror, but I must have reward.
I have promised you my shillings when I shudder.
But give me only your fist, which I like not. One little misunderstanding and I'm flash for me pains. Compare us. You are blessed with great courage. I am cursed with a little cunning. I cheat for trifles, while you can move mountains. Is that fair, I ask you?
I'm sorry. Take my money. I've offended you.
No. I shall struggle on for nothing. We go to yonder castle where none survive a night.
So I will learn to shudder at last.
Now this castle they approach is a graveyard of hopes. The king driven out, the rooms abandoned. Only fools seek shelter there. For this is a troubled land and bad holds court. Look, there it is on the horizon. A place brooding.
Wait here. I should take things with me.
Take a sword. Take 2.
These 3 things are enough. Or not, as the case may be. And they leave 75 of my gifts should I not return.
Do not leave them here, for you know how it is with me. I'll be forced to steal them and desert you.
Have a little courage, Mr. Mackay.
Godspeed, fear not. Ah, lovely. Ah, lovely. A little courage, Mr. Mackay.
Hello, there's only half here.
Where's the rest of me? That's more like it. Now, how about a game?
Why not? I have all night.
Yes, all night! Can you play Skittles?
I'll try.
You try. You better have. These are definitely not my legs. Too short by half. You better win, precious, or you'll find yourself half the man you were. What size legs are those?
I don't know.
No gout, corns, blisters, foot rot? Oh, good. I could do with those. Me first, I reckon. Eight! Not bad on ballowed legs. Bowl well, precious. Careful, you don't want them pegs damaged.
You won't mind, sir. But your ball's not smooth enough for me.
No, sir. I swapped a little courage for a little cunning, that's all.
Now, look at me! Oh, very well, my friend. But it doesn't help me with the shuddering.
Lovely. Ah, lovely.
Fear not, for lack of a fright settles down for the night. But what's this? Mr. Mackay?
Oh, mister. Is it all up with you? So cold. You were my first and only friend. My friend, and now so cold. Let me warm you a little. That's better. See? Have I not warmed you?
Fear not. Fear not.
Come nearer, demon, and I'll cut off your head, and then there'll be 3 parts to marry.
What?
I know it's not you.
It is me.
Dead again, are you?
No!
Come closer.
Please, I'm terrified. I came with my little courage to find you, and it's quite used up.
How many gifts did I leave?
Well, I only counted 74 to begin with, and I ate 2, well, 2.5, but there's still plenty.
What's the name of my true love?
Well, how can I know if you don't?
Then it is you.
But of course it's me.
And you came in to find me?
It's my lot. I try to break the mold and be decent, and I get a knife with.
Shut up and come here and hug me.
No.
Ah, but hug him he did, and full of glee they searched the castle from top to toe. And behind the farthest door of the highest floor they found a room. And in that room was gold. Such golden as they might have thrown it out of the window for a week and still be swamped. And they shared it half and half, and a bit for luck, and never have 2 men danced more nor merrier. And from a distance, you would have seen the castle shake off its grey drab and sunbathe.
So he never learned to shudder?
Well,
But the fact of the matter is that Fear Not asked such questions of the tinker all the way home. Why haven't I learned to shudder? What can I tell my father, and so on? And the tinker pointed to their gold and said, are there not sufficient riches that you must be frightened as well? And so they went on, Fear Not complaining of fearing not, him muttering, until they arrived at last at the gate of Fear Not's house.
We must say goodbye then.
You must meet my family.
No, families don't like me.
Of course they will. You're my friend. You must come in.
As me dear old mother used to say, leave them while they want you to stay. No, thank you.
What's this for?
You must give that to your father.
That's right. For I have not learned to shudder. Goodbye, Mr. Mackay.
Goodbye, friend.
It's you, at last! Come quick, come quick! She swoons since she heard you've gone. Nothing will revive her.
I don't know her name.
Lydia.
Lydia. Lydia.
Look. Would you look at that?
My sweetheart.
What's happening?
Lydia, you've done it. Tell me what. You taught me. I've been so far so long, and all it needed was the thought of losing you to teach me what fear was. I shuddered. I shuddered. I shuddered!
And so the boy who set forth to learn what fear was, learned it at home. And he married his sweetheart with her name and all, and never left again. Mr. Mackay told me that story a long time ago when I was very young, and I didn't know the half of it. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. Yesterday, I was telling a marvelous tale of how the moon became round. And suddenly, as I reached the best bit, I couldn't remember what came next. I still can't. And staring at these expectant faces, I thought, what will I do when there are no more stories in me? When the well runs dry? What use a storyteller without stories? And then I remembered a time when that was exactly what happened. Yes, yesterday I forgot a story. And that is why I went straight out and gave my supper to a beggar.
Our supper.
Now, of course, this will strike fools as foolish and wise men as wise. A fool eats his last potato, a wise man plants it. Apart from which, everyone knows beggars are never what they seem.
You didn't plant a potato. You gave away our supper. What was he if he wasn't a beggar? He was definitely a beggar.
There was a time, you see, when I myself was forced to beg. A bad time, a bitter cold, when a great hunger was on the land, and only the rich had bellies. And I wandered starving and wretched and without a home. Until one morning I found myself in a new kingdom, in sight of a palace and in smell of a kitchen, drawn there by the sweet aroma of roasting. And just about to knock was I when...
Oh, get out! And stay out of my kitchen!
Good day to you.
I boil men for wasting my time.
Oh, I'm sure that's right. Good policy. Do you have any spare water?
What?
Oh, just a drop will do. I have a good stone here. And with a little water, we'll make some soup for my friend and me.
Stone soup?
Delicious.
I'm not a fool. You can't make soup out of a stone. Here's your water. There's your fire. Now let's see this marvelous soup.
Thank you, thank you.
How long's this going to take?
Oh, it won't take more than an hour. Oh, that's good. Oh, it's marvelous water. And our friend the cook stands over me for an hour. What I consider my soup, a simple stone in bubbling water.
Well?
Nearly there, I think. Done. Do you have a little salt?
Salt!
Almost perfect. Do you have a little stock? Lamb. I mean, just a drop will do.
Stock!
And after stock, greens. And after greens, potatoes. In they all go. Meat. Enough, you'll drown the stone. Ready. Now, you must remember, this is just a humble stone soup.
Good. Very good. Soup from a stone.
Keep it. My gift.
Thank you.
A furious cook drags me before the king. Punishment he rages, death by boiling. But all I'm listening to are the sweet gurgles of my full belly.
Answer His Majesty, blockhead.
Pardon?
What's your trade, fool? It can be scratched on your gravestone.
I am a teller of stories. A weaver of dreams. I can dance, sing, and in the right weather I can stand on my head. I know 7 words of Latin. I have a little magic. And a trick or two. I know the proper way to meet a dragon. I can fight dirty, but not fair. I once swallowed 30 oysters in a minute. I am not domestic. I am a luxury. And in that sense, necessary.
Excellent. And you can make soup out of a stone. Excellent. And a monkey out of a cook.
But Your Majesty.
And stories, eh? Good stories? Funny stories?
Some good, some funny, some indifferent.
Your Highness, the punishment.
Punishment? Yes. Your punishment will be that you will tell me a story every night for a year. And for every story, I will give you a golden crown. Is that fair?
It's my usual fee.
But of course, if you should run out of stories, I will hand you over to the cook and his boiling oil. Naturally.
Naturally.
Ah, my dearios, the balmy days which followed. The plenty, much of this, much of that, each day an inch on my belly, a story from my head. Imagine me then. A royal commission, a servant, a feather bed, a suit of silk jingling with my gold pieces. Blissfulness. After supper, up by the fire, I'd tell my tale to the rapt king. And he never fell asleep. What more could an artist want? Food to eat, money to spend, and his audience awake. Each night a tick on the golden calendar and a snuggle with my new wife. That wife, And the year passed, and the final day came, my last of sweet punishment. I wake up full to the brim with life. My wife all softness in our bed, the coins spilling over. And blow me, I can't think of a story. In a twink, I'm up and pacing the gardens, that old crocodile fear leading me a merry dance. But oh dear, my mind is a terrible blank. Oil, it says. The oil is on the boil.
Husband, we have a visitor.
So I see.
You don't remember me? We shared your stone soup.
Right.
Is something wrong?
No. No. Is there anything we can do for you? Is it food you're after or money?
Oh, no, sir. I have both about me. As it happens, I have 364 gold pieces. Aye, and I come to wager them against yours.
My husband, sir, is a devil with the dice.
Yes, of course I am, but I can't be winning money. I'm playing for higher stakes. Must find a story before nightfall, else I shall... I know, I shouldn't have, but the gold sparkled. I should have said no, but the gold glittered. The morning frittered away my fortune with it. Well, that's it. I have no story and I have no money.
Play on.
With what?
Your wife? Your wife against my winnings.
Never.
No, go on, play. I'm sure you'll win.
I'll not. I'll not give you up. I may forget stories. I may lose my fortune. I may boil, but I'll not lose you.
Play. You must surely win.
'Tis not my will. 2. What's this?
He is now my husband, sir, and I needs must love him.
Then I am broken.
You will not play again.
With what? There is nothing more.
I'd stake everything now. Wife, everything. Against your own self. 3rd time lucky.
Stake myself? Why not? You have it already anyway. Two 6s. Naturally. Well, sir, I am your servant on this dismal day. Am I to be tied up like a dog?
No. Like a hare.
Oh, clever!
Help! Help! I'm shouting! And no noise comes out. Only a squeal only! Darling wife, help me!
Now, it's no good struggling. You can't get away, you naughty boy.
I'll get away.
Do you like our games?
No, I don't.
Loving every minute. Good. Because I have better sport in store. But not in that shape. I
wonder. Don't wonder! Help me!
You choose, madam.
Can you do anything?
Anything. But it must be small for my purposes.
A flea?
A flea is possible.
Nice. I can be popped between the fingers. Thank you. If you itch, you can think of me. And the beggar strides off. Where he carries me, I know not. This morning a man blessed, by lunch a flea. This does not bode well for the evening, unless I find my story. It's a boil in the oil. You get a view on life as a flea. Outside it is cold and hungry. Inside the castle it is hot and people eat. Our friend the beggar takes us, me and the rest of the fleas, to the kitchen where the oil sizzles to meet the cook. The human body is a kitchen for the parasite, and the cook is a feast. The other fleas flock to him. Gold, so tempting. Greed is the cook's itch, and he scratches.
What's that? Oh, that's oil boiling. It's for a friend of mine, a buffoon who tells stories. Nothing. A flea. His time will come. Put your straws down here.
By all means.
Now, you say you can blow away the middle one, but leave the other two where they are.
My goal says I can. A meal says I can't.
That's cheating.
Why?
I can do that.
Then try.
My finger.
It's not so easy. Another game.
My fingers. Oh, my fingers!
This is simple. I'll wager my gold that I can move one ear, but not the other.
That's impossible, but I'll not try. Let the doctor! Let's see, let's
As you wish.
You try. I want that gold. Try and curse you. That's cheating. He's cheating!
No. I said I'd move one ear and not the other, and that is what I've done.
You'll not make a fool out of me. I'll do it myself. My ear. Oh, my ear. Oh, my fingers. My ear.
Poor chap. What do you mean, poor chap? What about me, poor flea? Poor chap indeed. He only lost a few bits. I lost everything. Terrible state. Sorry. And then, as night draws up its hood and the hour comes when the king expects his story, I find myself carried into the court on the coat of the beggar.
Where's my storyteller? Huh? Huh? I want my story.
Sire, there's a man outside would entertain you.
I don't want entertainers. I loathe entertainers. I want my story, and I want it now.
Majesty, allow me to present myself, ragbag that I am.
He smells.
I am a beggar, sir. It is my business to smell. But I am capable of offense, not simply to the nose. And I can throw a rope in a special way.
That's clever.
Do something else. Can you do anything else?
I can.
Where's it gone? I want it. Where's it gone?
The prince wants the ball. Please oblige.
It's at the top of the rope.
Can I get it?
He can't climb a rope.
Well, in that case...
Now he can go up.
Be careful.
What's he doing up there? Come down.
Come down.
Where was he?
Where was he indeed? All eyes strain upwards, but the prince has vanished. The beggar scratches his beard and shrugs, and then a bright object comes sailing down. The ball. The room is silent. Nothing. Then a babble of muttering and whispering, pointing, glares, and indignation, growls drowned by the terrifying roar of the king. To the oil! Oh no, I'm trying to shout for help, but no one hears me. To go like this, a flea, a nothing, to sizzle. But no, to the oil! To the oil!
Here you are, rat bag. Come to the pot, the terrible pot. Come for a boil in the boiling oil. Up and in.
Watch out!
Sorry. That's not meant to happen. It's boiling.
The back. My fingers are back.
Ow! My ear. It's back. My ear's back.
Where's the ball? One of you does my ball. Give it back.
Look! They pondered. And who could blame them? For odds, bods, and strange indeedy, the beggar had quite disappeared.
But what about you? Where were you?
Where was I indeed? No longer a flea, no longer anything. Here I am above the palace, swirling, an element, nothing more. And then a sudden drop, hurtling down, and the ground rushing up towards me. Oh! I've been dreaming. None of this happened.
His Majesty wants his story.
Yeah. Wife. Right.
The day is almost over, and I've heard no story.
Sire.
You remember the conditions?
I do.
Well, do you have a story to tell me or not?
He hasn't, sire. The pig. Let me have him.
Is there going to be a boil?
I have no story, sire. Let me tell you what happened to me today. I woke up. It was the last day of our agreement. My wife lay beside me, the sun streaming in. Never was a man so happy. And then I just couldn't think of a story. Not a single one. So I went out into the gardens, and then things began to go very wrong. And so I began to tell the king of my adventures, of hares and fleas and mysteries, the worst day of my life, my wife's cruelty, the boiling oil. And what a tale it was, my dearies. How the tears coursed down the cheeks of the king, and the cook, and the queen. And when at last I finished, there was a terrible silence. And so, Majesty, I have no story to tell.
But that's the best story I ever heard.
And me.
And suddenly the whole court stood and cheered and clapped my back and made me say again from start to finish the best story they'd ever heard. And then I understood what the beggar had done. He'd given me a story. When I was a story short, he made me one.
And your wife?
Oh, she was under the beggar's spell.
Ah, I thought so. Otherwise it would have been cruel to kiss the beggar, to make you into a flea.
She was enchanted, definite. And still is, I suppose. She was so taken by his magic, she set off in search of him. I never saw her to this day. As for the cook, he threw out the pot of oil and kept the stone instead. Whenever a poor unfortunate came a-begging, he would make them the most delicious soup. So that's how a story was lost and then found. And is still told to this day, for the king will hear no other. Only it's changed now. The wife comes back to the storyteller becomes king. You know how it is in stories. She was a lovely red hair.
Are you hungry? I've got a bone somewhere.
Not much use.
We can make a soup.
We can try. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. Sometimes people are born lucky. You imagine if they opened their hands, there'd be a little piece of sunshine. A personal piece. It lights them up. Everyone loves these people. They're lit up. Cats sit on their laps.
What?
It's luck. It's a gift. It's a blessing. And therefore can't be undone. This is also true of prophecies. So when one night a boy is born blessed with luck, and it is foretold he will one day be king, well, no matter how poor the child, no matter how wicked the king in power, no matter how monstrous the monster, not so long ago in the deep north, where it is so cold that just very cold is considered quite warm, two cold hearts rule the land. The one beat cold in a cruel king, the other in a terrible beast, the griffin. And it happened in a week with 2 Fridays that the cruel king heard of a prophecy. A child had been born, reported his spies. A luck child, poor as penance, rich as snow, the 7th son of a 7th son. Wise men prophesied this child would one day be king. Superstition, Majesty, folklore, said his evil chancellor. Old wives' tales, rubbish. How could a peasant's child, not worth a spit, how could a brat become king? But the cruel king choked on the news, felt it sharpen and pierce his heart. So he set out with his evil chancellor to find this luck child and do him in.
Let the night protect us, and the Lord watch over us. Amen. We come in search of the luck child. Is he here?
Well, yes or no? Have we come to the wrong hut?
He is called the luck child, sir, but what luck can he have, born with nothing? Oh, dear me.
My friend here, a holy man, brings 7 pieces like this. He seeks a child to patron and to care for.
As if he were my own son.
Oh, yes, a luck child indeed. It's a bargain, I take it.
Yes or no?
He's my little boy, sir.
You have 6 others, Mother, and now they'll be plump as pigs.
He's my little lover.
Well, of course, you need more gold to comfort yourself.
It's not more gold, my missus wants. You can't put gold to your breast. You can't hear its heartbeat.
Please yourself. You've had your chance. I'll send in men on the morrow. We'll turn the snow bloody.
We'll hand over our little boy to your safekeeping. What else can we do?
Good.
Take care of him.
Yeah?
Because he's a little precious. He's the 7th son of the 7th son. He's a luck child.
Oh, yes. Terribly lucky.
And that was it. They couldn't speak. They couldn't believe it. Their baby was gone.
Right.
It's a nice smile.
I'd smile given your kingdom, given your gold, given all that is rightfully yours.
That's right. Would you?
I wouldn't, sir. He would. I speak of him. A dreadful drop, as luck would have it. A fall will finish him. All the icy waves. A shock will do him in.
I can't look. How far down is it?
About...
You go too, sir! Good night! No one shall wear my crown!
Terrible. That's a terrible story. What? The baby died. What do you mean, what? Who said the baby died? I didn't. This is a luck child. Oh. No, the baby fell. Plummeting down, dropping into the blackness, the rocks beckoning. Oh, yes, plunged downwards. But the binding catches on a jutting branch and winds round, pulling the baby up short, before letting him down gently onto the shore with a plop. Sand, soft, safe. The evil chancellor fared less well. The sea had him. Then the next morning, the griffin had a feast. As for the cold king, from time to time he felt a little bad, a fleeting bad, but soon he quite forgot what he'd done out of fear of a prophecy. Besides, it's not long and he's got a baby of his own, a little girl. She seeks out the one soft part in his heart and touches it. How he loves his little darling. And years go by, 10, 12, 15, 16, the daughter turns out a lovely. A princess talked of, longed for, and the offers, hundreds. But the king doesn't want her married. Oh, dear me, no, he's not going to lose her in a hurry. Hands off is what the king thinks. Hands off all my lovelies.
Oh. That's 4 for Nicholas.
Right. 4 for you then, Nick. Right.
Morning for His Majesty the King.
Your Majesty.
I'm in your region inspecting harvests. How goes it?
Fair, sire. Good.
And the records?
Show His Majesty the book, son.
All entered, sir. Your people sweat for each ear of wheat and each cob of corn.
And your Majesty also needs his tithes, of course.
Of course. Otherwise we'd all be lords and no king. And then what?
Exactly. Then what indeed? How come the boy is fair when you two are dark?
Oh, well, I'm foundling, sire.
He was a gift from God, sire. We had no child of our own.
Found when? Found where?
By the Black Cliff, sire, 17 years since. Washed up, without a scrap on his little body.
I see. You're a lucky one, then.
That's what we call him, sire. Lucky.
Lucky? A boy like you would do well at court.
Well, I'm needed here, sire.
Then you'll be missed. Paper and pen. I'll take the boy. See, I'll write him a royal warrant. You take this letter to the Queen. She will welcome you into our royal care. This boy will want for nothing from this day forth.
Hurrah for the king.
Hurrah! 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 Oh, happy day indeed. The king can hardly breathe for his thumping heart. For this bright spark must be the boy born to claim his throne, the luck child. Kill him, thumps his heart. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Now, between the mill and the palace is a forest. A man on foot cannot fathom it. Folk go in, few come out. Foul things live there. And Lucky has no map. He's lost. He's been lost for hours. And it's dark and he can't see a thing. Not even the hole he's walking towards. Oh!
Where am I?
Oh dear, oh dear. You've fallen in among thieves, I'm afraid. This is a robber's cave. A terrible place.
Well, then I must get out. I'm on royal business. See, I have a letter from the king.
Oh, see? Oh dear. But the problem is when my sisters get back. They're wild, very violent. Oh dear. Now, are you hungry?
Can I climb out?
Dear me, no. You'd better eat something while I think of what to do with you. I'm a cook. Well, the cook. That's my, well, it's goulash.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, dear me, no. You can't leave now.
I'm supposed to be Lucky.
Oh.
That's my name, Lucky.
Oh.
This is very good.
Thank you.
Marvellous.
That's it. I'm the cook, also the poisoner, also the nastiest. Now, let's see what's in your pockets, Lucky boy. Yeah. Not a sausage. A letter from the king, eh? Well, this will never reach the palace. Oh, no. Your luck's run out. Oh, dear me, yes.
But listen, the little man can't believe his eyes. Terrible. What a terrible letter.
This is terrible.
Wife, it says. When you read this letter, order the bearer of it, a youth named Lucky, to be chopped into 1,000 pieces. Do this without delay. King.
That is disgusting. Poor little fellow. We'll soon see about this.
Now, he's also a forger, this little man, and full of fair play sits down to write a new letter before his sisters, wild women, get home and slit the throat of their sleeping guest. And so it was the next morning, the luck child wakes refreshed and restored, with the castle straight ahead of him. Very odd, he thinks, but off he sets without more ado. I have a letter from His Majesty, he cries at the drawbridge. A letter from His Majesty at the entrance to the court. In he goes to find the Queen sitting with her daughter. And a thing happens straight off. Boom, the princess looks at Lucky, and Lucky looks at the princess, and boom, that's it. Love. The Queen, meanwhile, astonished, reads and rereads the letter.
Well, gracious me.
A boo to the king. Boo and a hiss.
Hiss.
Picture him on his journey home. He gloats, a sneer thins his lips. He's savouring his cruel deed. The luck child in 1,000 pieces, his letter ordered. By now it would be done. He's cheated fate, he's cheated the prophecy. A mile from the palace he hears bells, and more bells. And then looking up to the battlements, the wicked king sees something. He can't believe it. How? 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 He howled, but no one could hear him.
How?
You ordered it.
Marriage, your letter said, on pain of death.
I ordered him to be chopped into 1,000 pieces.
I have the letter.
1,000 pieces, it said. I have savoured them the long journey home.
Look. He seems a lovely boy. Look, they're so happy. I thought you'd been to a fortune teller.
The luck child will one day be king.
Father, we're so happy. Thank you.
Your Majesty, forgive me. I'd thought you a cruel tyrant, a blight on the poor. But now you make me, the humble peasant, your son and heir, and the happiest husband there ever was.
And the golden feather.
Beg pardon?
The golden feather from the griffin. Do you have it?
No, sire.
Then you must fetch it. Was it not understood that my daughter could not marry without it?
Father, that's impossible.
Why?
Because the griffin is a monster. It eats people.
Yes, it won't be easy. But then not every man is fit to marry my daughter.
Very well.
No.
Don't worry, I'll come back.
No, no one has ever come back.
She's right, I'm afraid.
We'll see.
And so he sets off, the luck child. To the griffin, he tells himself, to the griffin. It becomes a direction when he has none, a distance when he knows none. He strides on. With each mile, the land gets poorer. Green gives way to dust, the black deserts of the griffin. On and on he trudges until one day he comes to a lake in which no fish swim.
Hey, ferryman! Will you take me across?
I go across forward and back ceaselessly with you or without you.
Well, then I'll join you.
As you like.
I seek the griffin.
Yes,
Am I near?
over there.
What are those lights on the shore?
Jewels, riches. No one brings them back.
I shall come back.
If you do, perhaps you may discover why I must continue this weary way back and forth without ending. For I'm weary and sick to the soul.
I'll remember.
Each one who came, the same tale. The griffin please, for love, for justice, for fame, for fortune, but always in the end for the griffin supper. Always in the end, terrible cries, splintering bones, the suck, suck, suck of juices.
What's there?
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
What are you doing here? What about your sisters?
Oh, they're here too.
Huh? Where?
Hard to be absolutely certain.
What happened?
But the griffin flew by the cave. He was hungry. Well, luckily my cooking saved me. But listen, you must hide, dear boy. He'll be here soon.
I need a feather from his back, the golden one.
His gold feather? Thank God if you walk out of here in a single portion. Forget the gold feather.
But I made a solemn promise to me wife.
You did? Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear.
And I must also find out when the ferryman can cease his ceaseless crossing.
Hide under the table and I'll do what I can.
Dear friend.
Well... Quick, quick!
Mike, sniff, snuff, snuff, man with.
Of course you can smell a man, that's me.
No, snuffle, snoot, other sort.
But there's no one else here. Now, you hungry?
I could eat a house.
Of course you could.
Stop, yup, yup. Stink, stench, stank of man bits. Why not lie? Okay, food now.
From underneath the griffin's table, the boy listens, trying to smell of nothing but bone, of things rotted.
Dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Oh, God. Dear. Oh.
Finished.
Good, good. And now a little scratch.
Scratch, it's scratch. That was witch wouch.
I know. Clumsy, I'm clumsy. I scratched too hard. I should stop.
No, it's screech scratch.
Right. I'm sorry. Oh, dear. I'll be more careful. I'll be, really careful.
I not like things pulled.
No, that's right. You're a sensitive monster.
My not monster.
I mean, a nice, misunderstood, and brilliant beastie.
My bird! My misunderstood bird! My not beastie!
Of course you are. A bird. A very nice bird. Well, I should go back to where I came from, to that dark, horrid cave. Serve me right.
No!
Don't try and stop me. I'll tell that old ferryman to row me across. Yes, he's outside now, I expect, waiting for a passenger. Poor old fella. I wonder why he's always there. Why can't he leave?
His can't do worse than stay the same. Lest someone take pole, then someone curse the same way as him. Simple.
So if someone took his pole, they'd have to row and he'd be free? So simple. I should go and tell a poor fella. I should take over. Really, I should go now and take over.
No. My like goulash and eat, screech, scratch.
Then you go to sleep now. Busy day ahead, eating people and wreaking havoc.
Snoozy woozy now.
That's it. Snoozy woozy.
And off the luck child scurries, clutching the golden feather, scooping up jewels. Straight home he wants to go, straight home to happiness.
I dare not think it possible you found the answer. But then you did come back. No one has ever come back.
Well, I have come back, and I have the answer. The next passenger you have, give him your oar. Then your luck will be his freedom yours.
So simple.
And for the first time in years, centuries, hope fires the ferryman. A smile is forming in his mind, a tiny smile growing, getting ready to be born.
He's back!
And he's got the golden feather.
I've come back. And I've got the golden feather.
I have done as you bid, he says, and the king can do nothing but agree and give his blessing.
Then you have my blessing.
Though it cost him in his bitter heart. Then out comes the treasure. Out pop the king's eyes. Gold, jewels. Oh, where are they from? And the boy answered him.
I took a ferry across the lake to where the griffin lives. And on the other shore, gold lies where pebbles should, emeralds where sand, and where the sea breaks, diamonds fall.
Is that so? So lucky.
And saying this, the poison swilling his eyes, souring his mouth, the king vowed to go himself. And that very night, he slipped away alone and set off in search of this magic shore across the lake.
Come on. Can't we go any faster?
Oh, yes, sir. There is a way.
Take it, he says. Take it. Take it. So if you come one day to a lake and there's an island and a ferry goes back and forth rowed by an old sad man, turn around. Griffins live there. You may never get off the boat. For the ferryman was once a wicked king who ignored a prophecy, whose heart was cruel. And nature, my dears, is a wise woman who pays us back tit for tat.
Hey,
Hmm? The boy and the girl, did they live happily ever after?
Oh, yes, yes. Wonderful. Very, very happy. But the boy, you see, was a luck child. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. On the whole, there's absolutely no need to be frightened of giants. Giants are gentle, perfectly harmless, very affectionate. Unless, of course, the giant has no heart in his body. Think of all kinds of unpleasant things and add giant to them. And that's what you get when a giant has no heart. Such a giant once terrorized a country in the far north of the world, near the very top. He'd hidden his heart. It gave him too much trouble, all those giant feelings. In its place was a wasp's nest about to swarm. This giant could crack a skull with his fist like a walnut, and frequently did. Until at last, the old king of that country, as good as the giant was bad, trapped him in a giant trap and locked him in a giant cell. Good. Very good. And there he stayed for many a year, and all would have been well but for a small problem. A small problem called Leo, youngest of the king's 3 sons. He is so curious. Now there's a dark place he's forbidden to visit. His brothers tell him a giant lives there with no heart. But he doesn't believe it.
I don't believe it. Hello? Hello down there? Who's that? Are you a giant? Rattle once if you're a giant, and twice if you're not. Do you have a heart then? Once for yes and twice for no? A giant with no heart in his body.
The little prince runs off, his imagination ablaze. He's so excited. There's a giant with no heart living in the castle. Next morning, he's up at the crack and running past his mother.
Leo, where are you off to?
Nowhere.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Why are you down there?
Because long ago I did some bad things. This is my punishment. I've been here for years and years. Unless I'm let out soon, I will surely die.
Oh, don't worry, I'll go and tell my father.
No, don't tell anybody, please. Would you like to be my friend?
Yes, please.
Good. Good.
Day after day, the little prince comes visiting. He wants to tell the whole world about his friend. But he can't, so he mustn't, so he won't. And in the dark, dank black of the dungeon, the heartless giant plots and plans.
The keys to my locks, do you know where they're kept?
I don't know.
Long ago, a guard said the king kept the keys by his bed.
Oh, those keys. They're huge, they're massive. I thought they must be for the crown jewels.
Oh no, they're for me. They're for my misery.
Do you know something? I think if I got those old keys and let you out, nobody would even realize.
No, that's not right. This is my punishment. I deserve it.
It's not fair that you're chained down there. I bet that chain hurts your legs.
Only sometimes.
I don't care what you say. Then go and get those keys.
And so, that very night, Leo crept into the room where the king and queen were sleeping.
It's me. I've got the keys.
Who goes there? Hurry! Hurry! They can't be! Push them!
I'm trying! Don't forget to let me have them back! What's happening?
What's happened? Are we attacked? Giant, my lord! He's escaped!
Oh no, what's happening?
Giant has escaped. Leo, go back to your room. It's not safe.
How could he escape after all this time?
He had the keys, my lord.
Then someone helped you. Someone betrayed us. A madman. Only a madman would help a giant with no heart. Starting again. Leo, I say get back to your room.
Poor boy. That's right. Someone betrayed us. Only a madman would help a giant with no heart. The boy's face swam with tears. So let down he felt. So stupid. And from that moment, the boy in him, the innocent heart, the joy in him, they were gone. Like his friend. And they would never return.
Brother! Where are you going?
Going to get back the giant. Now wish me luck and get back to bed.
Good luck. I'm sorry.
But his brother didn't hear. He'd gone to find the giant. And he didn't come back.
Brother! Where are you going?
To find our brother and to kill the giant.
But he'll trick you!
Wish me luck.
Terrible our boy felt as his brother rode off. Terrible. And this brother didn't come back either.
Mother?
Your father says he intends to go off to fight the giant.
He can't. He mustn't.
I've lost 2 sons already. He's too old. He's too ill.
Don't cry.
Leo, promise me. Promise me you won't ever go.
But he can't promise. How can he? Were it not for him, the heartless giant would still be chained and locked and safe in the dungeon. No, he did the damage. He must repair it. So off, madness, off, folly, off, for goodness sake, to find the giant and put an end to his cruelty. And so the young Prince Leo rides the land in search of his once friend, the heartless giant. 3 winters come and go, their bitter shiver, until one day he comes to a place and knows he's in the giant's cruel footsteps. "Help me," cries a trampled bird. "The giant broke me, and now I cannot fly, cannot eat. Help me." And Leo tended the bird, fixed its wing, fed it bread soaked in milk, and soon all was well with it. "Thank you," cried the bird. "If you need me, I shan't forget." Not long after, he stops at a stream, and he hears a flapping, hears a thrashing, hears a slapping. "Help me," cries the choking fish. "Help me back into the water. I'm stuck here, I'm stranded, I'm beached up and landed." Now Leo's famished, and he loves a fish. But he's suffered sufficient, this fellow. Back he goes to where the salmon is king. "Thank you," cries the fish.
I'd have scoffed him if he was so hungry. I like fish.
Would you? Well, listen. He goes on a little further, and now his horse gives up the ghost. His old horse, who's carried the prince 1,000 miles and more, sinks slowly to his knees and rolls over on his side and dies.
So, did the prince eat his horse?
No, he didn't. He couldn't. He lay down beside it, famished and forlorn. He shuts his eyes, squeezing back tears, drifting into dreams. It's his mother nursing him, licking up his wet cheeks, hugging him. "Don't move! Terrible teeth glistening."
I've not eaten since the winter came. Help me. Let me eat your horse. I'll eat it and be strong again. Trust me.
But how can Leo trust anyone? He's trusted before and been betrayed.
That's right, that's right. Let the wolf starve.
Please. Please. Or I must surely die.
No, don't do it.
Eat your fill. And if you must, then afterwards, eat me.
And the wolf eats the horse and sucks the bones until there's not a scrap left save the reins.
Master, come here.
Oh, no.
Am I to go now?
Yes, us both. I'll help you. On my back, sir. Let's leave this place.
And he does, and they do, and they go a grey dash, a day and a night and a morning, until they come at last to a garden full with statues. Stone men, stone women, stone soldiers.
This is my brother.
This is the giant's work. There is his house. All who approach, he turns to stone.
Oh no, look, you too. It's so cold. The giant was my friend, he really was.
He's no one's friend. He has no heart in his body.
Then I must find his heart.
Where did you get that drum?
It's mine. It's me, Leo.
Prince Leo. Yes, it is you. I can see now. Well, are you the same as your brothers? Come to challenge me?
No, I come in guilt. Either you will take me in, or I must go into exile.
Guilty? About what? that you set me free. Ah, you were a child. I had to fool you to get the keys. Otherwise, I'd still be there, rotting. But stay if you like. No tricks, though. No traps. Else, you'll end up the same as your brothers.
No tricks, no traps, agreed the boy and went inside. He's a servant now for the heartless giant. For weeks he cleans, for weeks he scours, until spick where speck was and span where squalor. Each evening the giant returns from his wild outings to find the fire lit, the hearth swept, and his trousers pressed. He likes this. Very nice.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I should have had a servant before. And I don't treat you bad, do I? For a heartless giant.
So what happened to your heart?
It's in safekeeping. Can't feel without it, can I? Can't get hurt. Can't die from the breaking of it.
Clever. So where is it then?
He who prized is prone to die. Do you follow me?
Yes.
But I'll tell you if you want to know. My heart's in that cupboard.
In the cupboard? His own heart pounds. And he can hardly wait until the morning. But no heart. Oh no, the heart's not there at all.
I'm back.
Evening, sir.
What's that smell?
Polish.
What are you polishing that old cupboard for?
It's the home of your heart. It should be polished.
Did you really think I kept my heart in a cupboard? What a dimple!
It's not there then?
Of course it's not.
I see.
It's under the step.
So the next morning, off stomps the giant, and out goes our boy, digging out the steps. Stone, dust, roots, but no heart.
I'm back. What's that?
Oh, you must have trodden on the step. I painted it.
What a devil box! You thought my heart was under the step? Have these off, then.
Sir?
The fact is, no one can find my heart. I'll tell you exactly where it is, and you'll still not be able to find it. Far away, so far you cannot fathom it, so high you cannot climb it, is a mountain. And in the mountain is a lake, and in the lake is an island. In the island is a church, in the church is a well, in the well is a duck, in the duck is an egg, and in the egg is my heart.
I see.
No, not so easy, little thief, eh? Not such a diddle and a dawdle as you thought. No, your father tricked me once, and I shan't be tricked again.
An egg in a duck in a well in a church in an island in a lake in a mountain? Impossible! But that night, Leo steals away and calls for his friend the wolf. Up he gets, and tight he holds, and off they go, headlong, a breathless blur of world flashing by. And they're at the mountain, clambering, scrambling, and then there's the lake, and there's the church. But the church is locked, and the door will not budge.
Look,
said the wolf, and there, impossibly high, dangled the key.
We'll never reach it. Thank you, my friend.
And in they go, into the church, where they find the well. And sure enough, in the well swims a duck.
Come on, come on. Oh no! Now what? What's that?
It's the fish.
It's my fish.
Catch it.
I've got it! I've got the giant's heart! Thank you, my friend, thank you! Got it!
where have you been? I've a good mind to crack your ears. I've a good mind to set you there with your brothers. Stop that!
Years ago, sir, you broke my heart. Now I shall break yours.
No, be careful. Please, don't break that.
I will break it. I will squeeze it and squeeze it to bits, unless you release my brothers and all these poor people.
Yes, I'll do anything you ask. Look, I'm doing it. There.
Brother, you've rescued us! It's the Lord, our little brother! Praise the Lord! Now, quick, smash the egg!
I'm going to give it back.
Don't be stupid.
I've done as you bid. Can I have my heart?
You can, sir, as I promised. For I know that with your heart in place, you could not be as you are now. No!
Now!
No!
For years I've stood here helpless and watched your cruelty. The folk he's beaten. The vile murders!
Please, don't. Please.
Like with like. Spite with spite.
Don't, I promise, don't!
All the pain you've caused, I now repay.
You promised.
What's happening?
There was a wasp's nest, where his heart should have been.
And where the giant fell, a hill grew. And in time, and when much was long forgot, the place was still known as the Hill of the Heartless Giant.
But he would have changed, that giant. He would have reformed with his heart back.
Yes, I know. Cruel. Do you know, Prince Leo lived to be a great age, became king, had 42 grandchildren, and he told them all that tale. But in his story, the giant got back his heart and made amends for all his wrongs. Because, you see, despite all that took place, a little boy once met a giant, and they became friends. People told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories. The best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller.
What's in your bag? I can smell biscuits.
Imagination.
Let me see.
Certainly not. No, there are important things in this bag. And besides, I need those biscuits for my story.
Well, tell your story, then we can eat them. Is it an old story?
Ancient. Antique.
Oh, stale biscuits, then. Ugh.
It begins 1,000 miles from anywhere. After 20 years of war with a soldier, an honest soul with nothing but a shilling in his pocket and 3 dried biscuits for the long trudge home. This was his regiment, the Royal Hussars. Oh yes, 1,000 miles the soldier marched, whistling his tuneless whistle, and he spent his shilling and was down to the 3 dried biscuits when one day he comes across an old beggar. And the soldier stopped and joined in with the beggar's fiddle. The one couldn't fiddle, the other couldn't whistle, and quite happy they both were.
A merry tune.
Is it worth a farthing?
More. Though I can give you nothing. I do have a biscuit you can have.
Then you're a good man, Father, and I'll thank you.
Go on, eat.
You're a good man who deserves a better whistle.
And off the soldier went and took up with his tuneless tune, but funny, peculiar, and strange indeedy. He had a whistle like... Well, imagine what rubies would sound like if they whistled. And he kept it up all the way down the road until he met another old boy down in his luck and worn at the edges. And this old man, he played knick-knack on his drum. And the soldier stood and whistled his ruby whistle and did a little jig and his weary boots, a stumble and a hopping. And then he swaps a second biscuit. And now look at his dance. Oh, yes, a fine terpsichore. Good as new, was skipping a hop down the road. At length he comes to a third old soak, worn to a whisper and playing a game of cards by the road. And the soldier looks as the fellow shuffled the pack and dealt out the cards, one after the other, a perfect hand, and gave him a huge clap.
A splendid game.
Worth a farthing?
More, though I have nothing to give you.
Now, the soldier had but a single biscuit in his bag, and he was hungry as heck, so he thought on it.
But I have a biscuit you can share with me.
And the soldier held out his last dried biscuit and broke it in 2. But it didn't feel good, did it, dearies, to give the old boy less than the others, so he gave him both halves.
You're a good man, and deserve more luck than to be on your last biscuit. Here, take my cards, Your Honour, and may they never lose for you. Take this sack also. An ugly thing, but remarkable. Order a bird in, or a beast, or anything you like, and it'll be there in a twinkle.
And off he went, a skipping, a whistle, and a light heart, and an empty sack, and walked a warm night and a bright day, and came to a river.
Keith! Oi! Get in my sack!
That's a nice whistle. I got it off a poor soul down on his luck.
Home from the war, are you?
Aye.
And a sack full of spoils.
No. This is 3 geese I trapped yesterday. I want one for my supper. If you'll cook it for me and give me a bed, you can have the other two for your trouble.
I like a nice bird.
Be sure to bring back the sack.
And the landlord roasted him the goose in clove and honey and brought it back with a bottle of best wine, and the soldier ate it all and sucked the bones and drank the wine and danced until the morning, when he sank, swam, flopped into bed. 3 days later, he woke up and looked out of the window, and there on the hill he saw a palace.
Thought I heard you. Slept well, soldier?
Not bad, not bad. Whose palace is that? Why are the windows all smashed?
That's the Tsar's palace. It was once a place of waltzes and chandeliers and fabulous parties. Now the devils have it for their card games.
Devils?
Devils. Every night they tumble in and scream and shout and play at cards. No decent folk go near, they're so devilish.
It's a nice palace. Someone should deal with those devils.
An army tried. In the morning, there was nothing left but shadows, and that's the truth. These are devilish devils, and gamblers, too.
I think I'll take a closer look.
Well, that's folly.
Folly or not, the soldier goes, sack on his shoulder, whistle on his lips, into the palace. And inside, it's very quiet, as if the walls were holding their breath and waiting.
We have a visitor. A guest. And he's whistling.
That's a nice whistle. I want to have it.
Hello. I hear you like a game of cards.
You like a game of cards.
So, what shall we play for?
His soul. His whistle. His teeth. I collect teeth.
Fair enough. And what will you stake?
We've got 40 barrels of gold. Any good?
Very good.
Fetch the coppers.
Good. Let's play then.
And with that, they settled down to business. The soldier dealt the cards and won.
My own, I think.
And won again.
Is he cheating? Well, I am, and I'm still losing. Me too. Deal again.
Certainly.
And he did. And he won. And the devils got into the kind of fume only devils can get in. Fume, fume, fume. He won game after game while the devils cheated to high heaven and low hell to no avail. By the first bells of morning, the 40 barrels of gold were stacked behind the chair of the soldier, who whistled as he won.
Well, my friends, I suppose we'd better call it a day.
No, we will not. We will call it a breakfast, and you the meal.
First, make sure who eats who. What do you call this?
It's a sack. A sack. Just a sack.
Is it? Then by the grace of God, get in it. More? And will that be the end of your mischief in these parts?
Let us out, please. We're past to bits. Let me go! Let me go!
I won't let you go, my boy, until you swear to serve me faithfully.
I swear! I swear!
I'll hold you to your promise.
Hey! My foot's come off!
That's right. Now off you go, and remember where you left it.
The devils rushed to hell and slammed shut the doors for fear of being followed by the soldier in his sack. And they trembled and quivered and fumed. But the soldier had no time for devils. He was the toast of the town and the star of the Tsar. But howsoever life smiles on us, the last laugh is reserved for death. Yes, everything is dandy with our friend the good soldier and his magic sack. Rewarded by the Tsar, he's a rich gentleman now, a husband and a father, lives in the castle. Blessed, caressed, and couldn't be better. Until one day, because fate is fickle, one day, because fortune is cruel, his son falls into a terrible fever.
He's worse.
And they calls for quacks and apothecaries and healers, and soon the boy's room is full with grey beards and shaking of heads. But still the fever rages, and the boy passes into a swoon. And oh dear, the grey beards are replaced by priests mumbling and praying. And a man in black comes to measure a coffin.
Oh, what shall we do? My lips are sore with praying, and my knees are weary of kneeling.
And I've lost my whistle from worrying. It's the very devil, I say. The very devil. Now, where the devil's that devil of mine?
I'm here, Your Excellency.
Where have you sprung from?
Not so much sprung as hopped, sir. You have my foot.
Cure my son, and you can have it back.
This is my good wife, by the way, and this is my devil.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Yes, I saw your son was ill. Let me have a look at him. Look in here, Your Excellency.
I see a small creature.
That's Death, Excellency. Where does he stand?
At my son's feet.
Ah, good. He will recover. It's when he comes to the head you must worry. Now, sprinkle some of the water from the glass on your child.
Oh!
You're a marvel.
Well, we do our best. Could I have my foot back then?
Most certainly.
Oh, thank you. Will there be anything else, sir?
Give me that glass, and I'll release you from your promise.
Really? Oh, thank you. Quite nice black flowers.
And so the soldier set up in his new trade as Miracle Man and travelled the world on a camel with his magic glass. Show him a sick man and he would hold up the glass. If Death sat at the foot of the bed, a quick splish-splash and up the invalid would sit pouring out blessings. If Death stood staring at the other end, the soldier would shake his head solemnly and depart, and the relatives would mutter, what a pity, he came too late, and pay him all the same. But as often as not, he left with all happy and amazed and praising him. And it went well for the soldier until one day, far from anywhere, he gets a message from home to say the old Tsar has fallen ill and sends for him.
I've come too late.
You save beggars and thieves and cats and dogs, yet you won't save your master.
If Death needs a new friend, I cannot fight him.
Then let me go in his place.
No. The Tsar's been my friend and father. If anyone should go, it should be me. Sir, take me and spare the Tsar. I beg you.
Praise be! Praise be!
Oh, husband, is it all up with you?
Do you know what this is? A sack. Well, if this is a sack, then get in it.
I caught death in my sack! Why? You see? I caught death in my sack! Oh, what about that?
Good aim. Death a prisoner. The news whispered from one of the Tsar's 50 wives to the others spread through the town as fast as gossip, which is what it was, and nothing spreads faster. And within 4.5 minutes, the whole town knew. And within 17 minutes, the whole country knew. And by the following morning, it was the talking point of 1,000 languages. Death a prisoner. Muerte un prisionero. Tod ein Gefangener. Smiert us Nietzsche. I forgot the Greek.
Ec meritissime tontanito.
Exactly. And the soldier, to be on the safe side, set off with Death in his sack and found the thickest forest and the highest tree and clambered up it and hung Death from the longest branch and promptly fell off. But there's nothing like death off duty to cushion a fall.
So nothing died?
Nothing. The oddest battles. There were wars going on in most places, and they were very strange. At the end of a day's carnage, flashing swords and explosions, the air thick with arrows and savage swoosh of axes, nobody had died. The armies would look at each other exhausted and intact. Duels at dawn went on till midnight, when the rivals would go home confused. Crossed lovers would throw themselves off cliffs and have a long climb back. And my friend the soldier was the most famous man in the world because suddenly everyone could live forever. He sat in his palace and whistled his ruby whistle. And then one day, looking down from his window, he sees his courtyard full of poor souls wandering. Old scrags of folk barely held together. They were waiting for death, for death's release, and it would not come. And the soldier could not bear their sorrow. Back he went to the forest.
Death? I've led you a merry dance, but now you must have me and set the world to rights.
Death! Come back!
But Death had fear of the soldier and his sack and would not come back. He was condemned to watch while others aged and died, but Death would not come for him. No, the soldier, old kipper, dried beef, lived on and on and on until he could stand it no longer and dragged his dust and fragments across to the edge of the earth and slowly down to hell.
Yes?
sinful soul comes to surrender his life.
Yes, what's that you're carrying?
Nothing. An old sack.
A sack! Ah!
Let me in! I beg you!
Go away! Go on and take that horrible sack with you!
But where can I go?
We don't care! Just dig it off!
I won't go unless you give me a map to heaven and a way in. And 200 souls you've no further use for.
You impudent... 150!
You know what this is.
Don't wave that sack around. All right, 200. Yuck. Follow the map until you can go no further. Then go directly up until you get the sensation of standing on your head. That's the edge of heaven. After that, follow the church music.
Who approaches the gates of heaven?
I am the soldier who took death prisoner, and I have brought 200 souls from hell in the hope that God will forgive me and let me in with them.
The souls may enter, but alone.
Go then, and be blessed. Take this, friend, and once inside, call me into the sack. Remember, I delivered you from the furnace.
But you see, there is no memory in heaven. Souls forget. The soldier waited and waited an inch from paradise, until after a long time, forgotten, he turned and walked slowly back to Earth. And for all I know, he wanders still.
So sad.
Oh, he's a rare boy, my friend the soldier. He's somewhere about his business.
You sure?
Come on. You can have your biscuit.
Do you know what this is?
A sack.
Well, if it's a sack, then get in it. Just checking.
When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. Trolls come at the bottom of the list of people you'd want as friends. They are revolting trolls. They can't even stand each other. The troll in this story had a daughter, and she left home straight off. In her place, the troll found an orphan, a young girl to wait on him hand and foot. But this girl had more in store than to do for a troll. Oh, no. She had a destiny. Now, Anya had no father and mother, and the troll was the other, so she obeyed him, cruel though he was. But one thing the troll could not abide was obedience. Of course, if she didn't obey him, woe betide her. I should have said, trolls are always contradicting themselves. And the troll liked to contradict himself with a heavy stick. It made a horrid sound as it flew through the air and onto the poor girl's back. Blue he contradicted on her back, black and blue.
I'm off with that. Inside this sack are being 20 pounds of feathers. Strip them and pack them before I come back. Yes, sir. And remember, I'm being allergic to feathers. A single one upsets my nose, a quivering and a quaking, a shimmying and a shaking, and I don't like it. Be thank you to me, and full of great.
That's impossible. By herself, that's not fair.
I know. She plucks and cleans and packs, but still the feathers fill the room, still the feathers fight the sacks.
Anya, don't be frightened. I've come to help you.
Where have you come from?
From your thoughts. Is there no one in the wide world to take pity on me, you thought? Well, there is. And here I am. Now, you're tired. Sleep.
I cannot. The troll is my father and mother. Since I have no other, I must obey him.
Trust me. Sleep.
Thus persuaded, Anya lay down and fell into a slumber. And when she woke, what a sight! What a wonder!
Thank you.
I've recurred, yes, sir. You've done it. Have you done them all? I'm gassed and flabbered. I'm found it dumb. Was that a smile?
No.
No, sir. I don't like smiles. Get to bed without your supper. Joe! Arise and wiki. I'm having another job for you. So, observe this pond. Deep, you'd say. And you'd be right. Depth aplenty. Drain it. Drain it with your spoon. And if I be recurring and find a drop of water, if I so much as get my footsie wet, heaven help me.
Anya.
Lion, my spoon is full of holes.
You're tired, my little. Lie down and sleep a while.
No, I dare not. For my lord the troll will beat me with his terrible stick.
Lie down.
And then the lion padded to the pond and drank and drank and drank his fill, and long before sunset had drunk it dry.
Well, I'm recurred. Is the pond dry?
Yes!
Yes? Yes, it is! How abstractly infuriating! Are we sure?
You may laugh, but the troll's fall cost the poor girl dear.
Yuck.
That night she could not sleep for the colours on her back from the contradiction stick. All night she sobbed from its blacks and blues. And come the morning, The wicked troll has another task, worse than before. Impossible.
All dry, you think? All finished? You'd be wrong. Now, you can build me a palatial. All the bits, all the pieces. By nightfall, miss.
Hours later, she's moved one rock, a few inches.
Oh, dear lion. But now even you cannot help me. I'm to build a palace by nightfall, full of rooms and riches.
You're tired, my little. Why not rest a while?
I cannot. I dare not.
Sleep, rest.
And sleep she does, lying down beside him. And as she dreams, such magic.
How have you done this?
I know I've not done as you asked.
Oh dear. The palace is here, but Anya didn't do it. There is being a contradiction, and when there's being a contradiction, we have to speak with our friend, don't you think?
I don't know, probably.
Very probably. Certain, in fact. Look, rageous. Absolutely rageous. A whole palace in one day. Ah. This is more like it for an important troll. Good. Chicken! Good! Yes, sir. And what about sherry? Is there a celery for wine? Go and be seeing! Try that door!
Can't reach!
Ah!
Let me fetch a light.
A true conceit perfectly clarified.
Lion! Quick! The troll's in terrible trouble!
I know.
Poor troll. No father, nor mother, and he was my other.
Not poor, my little, but wicked and cruel. I made the palace. I also made the door.
Good. I hated that troll. He was bad through and through.
Oh, yes.
So then what?
Then our girl has a palace all to herself. What a transformation. For the first time in her poor life, Anya feels wonderful. And when word spreads of a lovely thing alone in a grand palace, well, they flock to her, the suitors, in droves. Prince La-di-da of here, Prince La-di-da of there, but they're a trifle too much la, or a little too much d, and occasionally plain da. And a year goes by until one morning she stands sighing at her window, and oh, who's this? He looks up, she looks down, he smiles, she smiles. Little fish swim up and down her back. And suddenly each day she wants flowers in her room, flowers at her table, flowers for her hair. And gradually smiles turn to words, and words turn to whispers, and whispers turn to kisses. It's love.
She falls for the gardener.
Why not? She was a servant turned princess. Why not a gardener turned prince?
You are my true bride.
Am I? Then let no one else ever kiss your cheek.
never, ever. Never, he says. Never, ever. But I'm sorry. Hurt lurks, pain prowls, sorrow simmers.
Why? What happens? Does the troll come back? Oh, no.
No. Well, yes, in a manner of speaking. Yes, he does. Anya's wedding day is beckoning. Her beloved sets off one morning the long journey to the village. He has appointments with the tailor and the barber and the shoemaker. Spruced up he's going to be.
Won't you come?
No. There is my trousseau to sew, and you mustn't see it. But I'll count the minutes until you are home.
And she does. She counts the minutes, counts them into the hour when the lamps must be lit, counts them as fear curdles her stomach, counts the minutes as they turn into days, as the tears begin to come. 1, 2, 3.
Where was he?
No one knew. And Anya could stand it no longer. She set out alone in search of her sweetheart, until one day she finds herself wandering in the snow, lost and dejected.
Anya.
And without a word, the lion sets Anya on his back and starts off, bounding through the snow, huge strides, impossible speeds, over cliff and cavern, crevasse and chasm, cave and canyon, helter-skelter to a far-off land. And there, in sight of a town, the lion sets her down.
Now you must go. Take these. Inside there are gifts. Use them wisely.
Thank you, dearest lion.
And Anya walks on, carrying the 3 gifts.
My beloved, my darling.
She cries, and the rider looks at her, tips his hat, smiles politely, and continues on his way.
Wait! Please, wait!
No, she cries, but it can't be, it can't be.
The troll.
It can't be. He's dead. And then she sees a pigtail, a diamond earring, a hint of silk at the throat. It's not the troll. It must be. It can't be, but it must be his daughter. It is the troll's daughter. Twice as ugly, twice as foul, and she's riding off with her beloved. Oh, Anya's dumbfounded. How? And what's happened to her darling? He's forgotten her? She's searched the world for him, and he's forgotten her. He's gone off with a trollop. But then her resolve strengthens. I am the true bride, and he my beloved. And off she sets, determined. On her way to the town, she meets a man who tells her about the troll's daughter, the trollop.
She went to visit her dad, but he disappeared.
She met a handsome prince and brought him back to her castle. He's under her spell. They're betrothed.
That trollop's so greedy. Sees gold, she wants it. Silver, she snatches it. She collects handsome men like ornaments. My ornament, she calls them.
So instructed, Anya hurries to the town, a scheme forming, a plan.
Oi, that's being lovely prettiness. I need it.
Madam?
I'm descending. Is there a cost involved? I'm expecting it's a gift for your queen. How kind, and thank you.
It's magic, your majesty. It cannot be sold, only exchanged.
Exchanged? For what? Be more clarified.
A night with your betrothed.
With my new ornament? Outrageous!
Then you must keep what is yours and me what is mine.
Silk. Yum.
Good day, your highness.
No! Back! A night with my ornament. And his very sweetheart, you know. How generous I'm being for such a small magic. Yes. All right. Yes. Yes.
The bargain is struck. The true bride to spend a night with her beloved. Alone, she thinks. Once alone, he'll know me.
My love. My dearest. It's me, your true bride.
But he wouldn't wake.
Please wake up.
Couldn't wake.
Please.
And how could he? For in the cup by his bed was a sleeping herb. Powerful. Lasts all night until morning. What can our girl do? The bargain's been kept. The first gift wasted. What can she do but try again? Impossibly, magically, coin after coin drops to the ground. The trollop can't believe it.
Oi! I can't believe it.
Quick, quick, the trollop wants the deal struck. And once again, a night with the beloved swapped for the endless gold pieces. That night, the same story.
Darling.
Whispers the true bride.
Beloved.
But to no avail. As for the prince himself, his days are vague, his nights dreamless. Stop him and ask him his thoughts, what would they be? Oh, well. The trollop has rubbed away his past with her wicked spell. He hasn't heard his true love singing the night through, weeping in the morning. Oh, he says, well. But the prisoners have. Their eyes blinking in the black, their ears sharp. Yes, they've heard the clink of gold, but also the true bride's lament. So the next day, when the prince is walking the ramparts, they call out to him.
Your Honor, how can you sleep at night with the beauties singing by your bed?
Beloved, she calls you, and dearest.
Your true bride, she cries. I am your true bride.
When do you hear these things?
All night. All night.
He's heard nothing. Who is his true bride? He's very confused, very. And you see, he sleeps so deeply. Every night he has his drink, then sleeps so deeply.
Oi, oi! I'm being so impatient for a new toy. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, so amiable, so agreeable. I need them.
And the deal is struck. And that night, Anya arrives for her vigil. The final gift gone.
Will you never wake?
Don't cry.
What? What? Oh, my darling.
No, not there. I promise, you see. I'm not on my cheek.
Me? You promised me.
And with that, she kissed him. And the trollop's spell over him fell away. And his head cleared. Such a tender kiss, such sweetness of cheek.
My true bride,
he whispers.
My true bride.
At the very same moment, in the vaults of the castle, a strange thing happens. Very odd.
Oh, come back, my goldies, my silknesses, my die-dies. Ow!
Too late, they've gone. They're away, the lovers, home, running home together. After them, get them back, hurry! And in her rage, the trollop closes on them, nearer and nearer, until she must surely catch them. Look! She can't believe it! Look who's here! On his back they clamber and off he speeds, pounding the barren lands, huge strides, impossible speeds, over cliff and cavern, crevasse and chasm, cave and canyon, helter-skelter! Ho!
They made it!
Oh, yes, they made it. Thank you, Lion. And inside, lock the door, catch up their breath. They light a fire and exchange their stories. And in between hugs and all the while kisses, the lion tosses back his proud mane and pads away, leaving the lovers, but not before a final task unseen.
What?
Ah, well, who have we forgotten? The trollop. Where is she?
I don't know. Miles away, over cliff and cavern, crevice and chasm,
Oh,
cave
no,
and
no,
canyon.
no. By the time the true bride and her beloved settle down to sleep, she's arrived at the palace. Once inside, she sniffs for them, her nostrils twitching and heaving, planning her revenge. There, her nose tells her, and stealing up, she hears their voices clear and unsuspecting behind the door. And from that day, our lovers lived peacefully. Babies came to bless them, and the sun forever shone. And they kept a statue of the lion, whom they both called the Thought Lion. And they told their children he could come alive in an instant if he wanted to, or if they ever needed him. But the children found that hard to believe. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. Beginning as I do at the beginning, and starting as I must at the start, let me show you fate through the round of this ring. The girl whose finger fits this ring, she'll become queen. The law decrees it. What a lucky girl, you might think. Oh, no. A king had 3 daughters. 2 were bad, 1 was good. Long without a wife, the king's only joy had been the joy of the proud father. But the girls were growing up. Soon there would be suitors. Soon the palace would be empty. I must find myself a wife to comfort me, he thinks. The wedding ring, passed on from queen to queen, finger to finger, since any could remember. Only when the ring fits can the king marry.
She who wishes to wed our king must come forward and try the ring. The lucky bride will want for nothing.
He can't do that.
Well, he's too old to be getting married. He ought to be dying shortly. I don't think he's too old. What? What's she whittering on about?
No. I know what'll happen. Some harpy'll step forward and the ring'll fit and they'll get married and then he'll die and she'll get everything. That's what'll happen.
The more the sisters sulked at the prospect of a stepmother, the viler they were to sap sorrow their sister. When their father set off to find his bride, they teased, taunted, and tormented her. They starved her.
You're too fat.
They'd say stealing from her plate.
They're vile, those sisters.
Indeed. But they reckoned without her friends. The creatures who lived in Sapsorrow's pockets, under her bed, perched on her chair. When she went to her room, she'd find berries and all kinds of nuts and fruits, delicious things.
We cried every night. Are our eyes bloodshot? They are, I know. No bride then.
No, the ring was a cruel shape. None could wear it.
Oh, it's fate. It's not intended.
Perhaps, I don't know.
You don't need a wife when you've got us. Don't we love you enough, Daddy?
I know. Where's your sister?
Well, who knows? Flirting with the guards, stuffing herself.
No, next.
It's bound to fit someone eventually. How disgusting. I mean, we should be queens, actually. Together. I know. I mean, what if the ring were to fit you? Or me? Then what?
That's enough.
Too late! Too late! Can't you control these women? Get them out of here! Well, he wouldn't want to marry us. But then he couldn't marry anybody, which is even better. Come on. Oh, look, it's hopeless. Well, you try. You got fat fingers. I have not. Ow. Ow. It's stuck. Ow. It's completely stuck. Ow. Ow. Well, do something. Well, what? Oh, the blood's getting stuck. Look, it's swelling.
Can I help?
Help me. No, go away. Go on. Let her. She's better than you at these things.
Hello. Is everybody all right? What was all the hue and cry?
Hue and cry, Daddy?
The crying is coming from this room. I heard them. Pick it up. Well?
Then little Sapsorrow does a thing she will long regret. Obediently she bends, and oh, folly. She stoops, and oh, rash. She picks up the royal ring and slips it on for safekeeping.
What?
I know.
Where's your mother's ring?
Well, she was playing with it, Father. Yes, we didn't want to sneak. I wasn't.
She wasn't.
Stay out of it, you.
Little one.
I wasn't.
That's not fair.
What's that? On your finger? Oh, no! Not on your ring finger.
It fits.
It fits. No sooner done, no sooner said. The news is afire in the palace, sweeping the corridors. The ring fits the king's daughter.
I cannot marry my father.
But you cannot ignore the law.
But we cannot ignore the law.
You cannot marry your father.
But I cannot shame the king.
But you cannot marry your father.
But the ring?
Is the ring.
Sire, it is the law of the land. The ring fits your child's finger. You must marry her.
Then I should cut off my finger.
Why did you play with the ring? Why did you tamper with it? The ceremony, when must it take place?
As soon as the preparations allow.
Then first find me a dress of the palest silk, the color of the moon. I will not wed till I have it.
Very well. We will find this dress.
The princess in her woe plans a plan and schemes a scheme. To find such a gown will take time, and meantimes you must all help me.
Beautiful. But now I must have one of sparkling silver, like the stars. For my trousseau.
Sire, where would we find such a dress?
Do as she bids. All in silver, sparkling, the stars.
And off again went the king's men, scouring the land for such a dress. And all the while in Sapsorrow's room, another garment is being made, more marvelous, more magical.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Just like the stars.
Sire, the council wait on you. Your people grow impatient. When do you marry?
Daughter?
This gown is for the wedding feast. The first one for the procession. But now I must have one for the church. Gold it should be. Gold as the sun. Bring me such a dress, and the next day we shall wed.
Gold, she says. All gold, like the sun. Bring her such a dress. They shall be married on the morrow.
Gold! So spoiled.
And while the tailors cut cloth spun with pure gold, Sapsorrow stayed shut up in her room. She never appeared. Only her creatures, flying in, slithering out, busy, scurrying about.
Princess?
Yes?
I have here a dress such as none before has seen. Of gold, dazzling. 100 hands have sewn it.
It is what I asked for. Very like the sun. Then we must marry on the morrow.
We must. We marry on the morrow.
They can't get married. Well, the law says they must. And the girl has the 3 gowns she asked for. No, the ring fits, the feast is prepared, married on the morrow. Listen, bells toll, the streets fill. Only Sapsorrow stays silent in her room.
Your Highness, come out. The king awaits you.
Yes, it's Sapsorrow, a strange thing of fur and feathers. For such has been the secret work of the past weeks. This creature. There she is, the ill-fated princess, hurrying away, her past discarded, her future. Who knows? 2 years later, a poor creature of fur and feathers tended geese in a king's garden and scrubbed the pots in his kitchen so
That's the princess.
Princess of slops, yes. Princess of peelings, perhaps. Princess of the kitchen floor, certainly. And one day, this princess meets a prince.
Where's the cook, do you know? You don't know. Can you speak? Never mind. Give the cook a message, will you? Tonight there's a great ball at the palace. I've seen the menu and want goose added. He knows how I like it. Roast goose with orange, baked in pastry. What's that look?
It's a look. If there was a tax on looking, we'd all be beggars. Sire.
What's your name?
No name. They call me the Straggle-Tag.
Well, Miss Straggle-Tag, you don't stare at princes. It's not polite in one so low. One so ugly.
Why eat geese? They don't harm you.
I happen to like geese.
So do I. That's why I don't eat them.
Pass on my message and take that for your manners. Roast goose with orange. A dozen.
That night they sat, the geese, 12 cold stares on the royal table, while around them many danced, many daughters wore their mother's pearls. And the prince was there, handsome, admired, separate. Parents looked on and hoped, But the prince stood and smiled, but did not dance. Until, late, unannounced, mysterious, a woman enters in a dazzling gown, pale silk like the moon. And what could he do, the prince, but walk towards her? What could he do but lead her to the floor? And they danced. It was meant. As left to right, morning to night, dark to light, they belonged. But when the music stops...
Wait, I don't know your name. Wait!
Oh, my dears, the prince is left mystified, excited, tingling. He's hooked, line and sinker.
The prince is sent down for clean towels.
Where is everybody?
Upstairs, they're all busy. Another ball so soon. We've barely recovered from the last one.
Oi, thing! You go then.
You sent down for towels?
I hope they're clean.
I'm sorry. Do I disgust you?
You amaze me. Look, cats chase mice. Hens lay eggs.
And what does that mean?
It means some things have to do with other things. I have nothing to do with you. You don't disgust me because I don't think about you.
I see.
Now, go away. And keep below stairs. And stop gawping!
No, he can't see for the feathers, this prince. He can't see for the fur. That night, the second ball, beauties come and beauties go. Dances are danced, but the prince stands alone, hoping, staring at the great doors. But nothing, no sign. Then, shh, shh. Then a dividing of the room. And there she is, in a dress sparkling with silver, like the stars.
I must go.
Don't, please. I think of nothing but you.
I find that hard to believe.
It's true. I can't sleep.
Where do you live that I might find you?
I live where hens catch mice and cats lay eggs.
What?
Please don't go.
What's the matter?
What?
You look so sad.
No one else in the whole palace, in the whole kingdom, speaks to me like this.
Are you in love? Is that the problem?
You couldn't possibly understand what I'm feeling.
Or are you worried you might only love your sweetheart for her beautiful gowns?
Were she in the humblest rags? Were she the poorest? Absolutely. You see, my darling has eyes like...
Yes.
Oh, they're perfect. A voice like...
Hmm?
It's perfect. It's not her gowns. Well, how can you possibly understand?
Then you should marry her.
I want to. I want to, but I can't find her.
I see. I have a problem like yours. What advice would you give me?
Well, I don't know your beau. What's he like?
Handsome, rich.
Really?
Proud.
Ah!
You see, when I think about him, it makes my head hurt and my tummy ache and my skin tingle and my heart do little somersaults.
Me too. Me too. Oh, yes, we're in love. And it's terrible.
Oh, I don't think I'm in love.
Oh, you're definitely in love. Little somersaults? Tingling skin? Oh, definitely.
Straggle tag! Straggle tag! Where the devil have you
I
got
have to go.
Yes, and listen, don't tell anyone we've spoken.
As you wish.
It's just, you know, Prince and...
Straggle tag!
Prince and straggle tag.
Oh, yes, the prince is lovesick, all right. Even before it's dark, he's there on the terrace in front of the ballroom. Tonight, he shivers. I'll see my love tonight.
She still hasn't come, and this is the last of them.
Could I please have the dishes?
Ooh, look at this one. What's the hurry? Meeting a sweetheart? That's why the prince is still waiting. She hasn't finished the dishes.
It's wonderful. But bells toll, evening's end. Next day, a proclamation rings out around the palace.
The prince will marry the girl who fits the golden slipper.
Well, she thinks, what was true of the finger is true of the foot. She was cursed by the ring. Can she be blessed with the slipper?
There's a queue now, but it fits nobody.
I might try. You never know.
You've got feet like a Yorkshire pudding.
I have not. And what about our little beauty? Are you gonna try?
I might.
So up she goes.
Really?
And blow me, who's trying on the royal slipper?
I thought them all petite.
I think if I just... I've done it. I've done it! It fits!
That's absurd.
It fits!
You're not the one.
I am! It fits, look! I claim this handsome prince for my husband.
According to the proclamation, the prince must marry the woman who can wear the golden slipper.
Princess Bad Sister.
Princess Bad Sister! From?
From far away.
From far away! Daughter of?
Of nobody. We have no parents, you see. Mummy died a long time ago and Daddy died last year. Well, he was ancient.
Princess Bad Sister of far away, daughter of nobody. She will marry the prince on the morrow.
Hooray! Now, can I just take the silly shoe off, please?
Why?
Well, it doesn't match. And it's the teensy-weensy bit tight. Just a pinch. Ouchie, wouchie. In fact, I think I may just have to have a tiny baby scream. Sister, do you think you could possibly help me to take this lovely slipper off my footsie-wootsie? Because I'm going to have to scream very loudly shortly. I think my leg is turning a little bit on the maroon side. It is. Get this show off my foot!
Sire, I claim my right to try the slipper.
Ladies, darling, I think, not creatures.
What is it? Oh, get it out of it. Get rid of it.
She's called Straggle Tag.
So, may I?
Very well.
It fits. It can't.
It does fit. Will you keep your promise?
Oh, don't be ridiculous. You can't marry that thing.
Yes. I'll marry you. I'll keep my promise.
Sapphire.
Princess, it's you.
Darling, darling, they repeated to each other. Dearest, dearest. And what the prince didn't know, he very soon did. They talked and talked, explaining this and explaining that, stories of rings, stories of fur and feathers. And they wept for her dear father, smiled for poor Straggletag, forgave the bad sisters, danced for a day without going away. And, well, after that, they were so out of breath, they lay down and slept. And glory be, if I don't wake 'em soon, they'll never get wed. When people told themselves their past with stories, explained their present with stories, foretold the future with stories, the best place by the fire was kept for the storyteller. One day in November, the Queen died. Outside the palace, the leaves fell lamenting, reds and golds falling. Inside, weeping, the king, his 3 sons, his daughter. And the people filed slowly by to shed their own tears for the dear Queen. But there was one among the mourners whose eyes were dry. There was one among the mourners whose heart was ice, whose soul was cold, whose smile was sly, whose brain raced ahead to the day when the king would want to ease his loneliness. And the witch, for which she was, fixed her dry eyes on the king and schemed.
Mine.
She schemed.
Mine, all mine. And you may well weep.
Her scheme was simple and terrible. She groaned for power, for majesty over all things, for the cold ring of gold around her head. She wanted this until the want ate away her heart and soul. So she set to work on the king.
The king wouldn't marry a witch.
No, the king didn't even see the witch. He didn't feel the sun on his face or the rain, just this tug of the past, all day, all night, memories tugging on his sleeve. His poor heart, you see, was broken. But the witch could charm the skin from a snake, and she turned all her power on the king. She wound him in inch by inch, the past tugging him one way, she patiently pulling him the other. Because he thought when he looked at her, he saw his wife's face. And indeed he did. You're back, he keeps saying. She says, our little secret.
That's witchery.
Oh, yes. It was a spell. And it worked.
I've got something wonderful to tell you. I've met someone very special. Children, we're going to be married. We're going to be happy again.
I hope you'll think of me as your friend. And then, in time, perhaps, as your mother.
Our mother's dead.
I think we mean as a new mother, don't we?
Yes. In time. Well.
Try for me. Will you?
Oh, yes, all hugs, all family. But Witch watched and cursed them. They were her rivals and her enemies, these four grieving and bewildered children. And a canker grew in her mind because she would not share. She wanted it all. And she sowed a seed of fear in the children's lives. Stairs gave way, horses bucked wild, balconies crumbled, even the toy box was terrible. Of course, the witch herself was all honey, always honey. But sometimes the king caught a look and worried she was also the bee.
That's right, and bees sting. I hate that witch.
Poor man, then, torn in half, enchanted by his new queen, frightened for his children. What could he do?
I said I'd take you on a special holiday. We're almost there.
A forest?
A magic forest. Follow the thread.
Follow the thread?
Follow the thread.
Hurry up, it's perfect. There's a stream.
And a house.
And sure enough, there it was, pink and perfect. And the boys larked and larked as if a great weight had lifted off them. And their sister sat by the stream and dipped her toes and missed her mother, which she always did when she was happy.
This is your secret place. No one can find you here without the thread. I'll visit you each day.
You've brought us here because of her, haven't you? Our stepmother.
No, of course not.
But his daughter was right, quite right. For even as she spoke, the witch, her stepmother, sat in her tower and studied horrible spells. For the children were obstacles between her and power, growing, daily growing like clouds over her. And now she would discover where they were, her clouds, and puff them clean away.
Where have you been?
I took the children on a trip. A holiday.
Oh, yes. Anywhere nice?
Yes, very nice. What's that you're sewing?
Shirts. I'm sewing them all little shirts. Aren't they sweet?
That's nice. Is there love, those?
You're being very mysterious.
Am I? What about?
The children. Our children. You want me to be their mother, but what mother can tolerate not knowing where her children have gone to?
I just want them to have a secret holiday. Makes it special.
Secret. Yes, of course. But what if something should happen to them? Then where would we be? What happened to you? Still, let that be an end to it. If you don't want to talk about it, that's your right. They're your children. I'm just the stepmother.
But the witch had no intention of letting that be an end to it. The next day, the king rode off, and she followed, stealthy as a bat, and watched him roll out the magic thread. And with sly sleight of hand, she stole it for herself, and soon she watched it wind its secret way towards the children. Shirts she carried, and a chill curse she knew by heart.
Have you caught these fish yourselves? How clever!
How did you find us here?
Where's our father?
He's just coming. Look, I brought you presents. Aren't they nice? I sewed each one by hand. Thank you. I'll put them on. Then your father can see them.
But how can their father see them when this thread won't work? when this ball won't roll.
Where's your sister? I miss her.
She should be here.
Come along, then. Your shirt.
And all the while the king stumbles lost in the forest and cries out, "Children!"
The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry. The shirt will hurt, the wings will sting, the beak will shriek, the eyes will cry.
And the princess runs for help, runs for her life.
My daughter. Daughter? Boys! Boys!
Husband? Husband?
What have you done?
Me? I've done nothing. What are you doing here? This is my secret place.
Where are my children?
Oh, are the children here?
I can't look at you.
Please do. Please look at me.
I heard my daughter cry out to me.
I think you must be unwell. Are you sickening for something? Let me see. Let me soothe you.
No, no, get away from me! Boys! Boys?
Yes, you're upset. I'll have to think about this. About what we can do with you.
And for a day and a night, the princess ran, stumbled, fled until she dropped into a dead sleep. And when she woke, she saw 3 ravens before her. Or perhaps she dreamt it, because they spoke to her. "Sister," they seemed to say, "we are trapped. Help us."
How? How can I help you?
You must keep silent. You must not speak to a single soul for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Only then can the spell be broken.
Then I shall not speak.
Putting her finger to her lips as a sign, the princess promised not to speak to a single soul for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
The princess, she couldn't speak to anyone?
No.
Hello? Goodbye? I'm hungry?
No.
What about a note? She could write a note.
Nothing. If she spoke to another soul, her brothers would remain ravens forever. Such was the power of their stepmother's spell. And so the princess made her home high in the hollow of an old dead tree and was silent while weeks and weeks went by. Until one day, a young prince, far from home, stumbles across a stream. And in that stream, he sees a handkerchief float by.
Hello, is this yours? Come back. Have you been cursed? Is that it? Can you not speak? Don't be frightened. I won't hurt you. Look, I'll sit quietly down here beside you. See?
And saying that, he sat beside her and took out his food and offered it to her, and she was famished and had some, and soon he set off talking of his past, his present, and his plans, and all the while he's thinking, what eyes? All the while he's thinking, to kiss that mouth. And the prince came back every day for a week, and the princess found she could smile again, a darling smile. A smile that wrapped all the way round her heart and his heart and squeezed them tight together. And the prince gave up speaking too, and they were content to simply sit and hug on that smile. Until one day he could not contain his thoughts and said them all. Love, he said, and marriage, and always and ever. And they kiss, and that was that.
So she spoke.
Not a whisper. The prince set her up on his horse, and they rode the long ride to his kingdom. And on the way, he spoke of his father, the king, and of his beloved mother who had died. And the princess wanted to say, I know. She wanted to say, mine too. but she couldn't, so she didn't. And at length they were there at the gates of the palace, and as proud as you please.
Father, madam, I want you to meet my sweetheart.
His father looked down, and so did his stepmother.
The witch.
The witch.
But she was married to the other king.
The other king was dead, poisoned. Oh no, the witch had a taste for kings now, for countries, for the princess was a thorn pricking at her ambitions. The princess could not speak, but she accused with her looks. Killer of my father, bewitcher of my brothers. And the witch knew she must have done with her. And so the battle began, the good princess and the wicked witch. But the prince knew nothing of this, and married his sweetheart. And it was true. The moon was honey for them.
It kicked. It's moving. It's kicking me.
And not a minute, it seemed, before there he was. A son, a boy. And the young mother would have given anything, everything, to say his name, sing to him, whisper. But she couldn't, so she didn't.
He has his mother's eyes. How lovely. Let's hope he has your voice, my dear. Look after him, won't you? Hug him all up, little man.
She does.
Of course she does.
What? What is it? Where's the baby, darling?
The princess didn't know and couldn't speak, and their baby was nowhere to be found. And the pain of it, intolerable, until one night she went to the garden and dug with her hands in the ground a small hole, and bending to the earth, screamed with all her heart, screamed and screamed her pain into the hole until morning. And it was better. And looking up to the sky, she saw her brothers, the ravens, circling above her. The days pass, they seem to say. Hold to your promise. Hold to your promise.
Your father and I are so sad for you both.
Thank you.
So sad. Well, it couldn't be you don't think the princess didn't, well, want the little baby, perhaps?
She loved him.
Of course she did. Stupid. Forget I said anything. Please?
Dearest, where have you been? I looked everywhere. What have you got on your hands? What's this? Is it earth?
Perhaps she's been digging a little hole. What have you been digging? It must pain you so much, she's done.
I hate that witch. I bet she did something to the baby.
No one knew, or no one said. And when the news came the princess was to have a second baby, the joy was muted, quiet. And 2 years and 2 months after the princess took her vow of silence, another boy was born to her. And she would not let this precious son from her sight, not for an instant, until exhaustion overcame her, and her eyes stopped fighting and closed. And when she woke, and now whispers were whispered in the corridors of the castle. 2 babies disappeared. What kind of mother, these whispers asked, who loses babies who will not speak? Cursed, they said, these gossips. Bewitched.
Yes?
You know, before, when my first son, you asked, and I said,
I said impossible. But now I don't know and I'm frightened.
Oh, I know. I understand.
And she is with child again. I could not bear...
Shh. Don't worry. When the time comes, we must watch her closely. We must love her very much, but we must watch closely. Don't worry. I'm here. Now, who do I remind you of?
My mother.
And so, 3 months later, when the baby came...
Darling, our son, our beautiful little son, what I should like to do is perhaps to take him with me for a day or two somewhere safe, somewhere where no one will find him or harm him. I told you she wouldn't.
Of course. Well, it's late. Stay by her until the morning, and then we'll see. Stay beside her until the morning. Peace and lovely. Lovely.
And so they sat, silent, their hearts full to bursting, watching their tiny child, its fingers like stars. And the mother prayed, and the father prayed, but the strain, the tiredness of the birth washed over them, huge waves washing over them, lulling them to sleep. And for a minute, 2 minutes, 3, they slept. And then the prince woke.
Oh, no. Oh, no! What have you done? What have you done?
What's happened? What's the matter?
It's horrible. I can't believe it. She's a witch. My poor babies. My poor sons.
Yes, she must be burned as a witch.
Tomorrow she must be burned.
And so it was decreed that 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days after she had taken her vow of silence, the poor, innocent princess would be burnt at the stake as a witch.
Why didn't she speak? She can speak now, can't she?
No, not yet. Not until the midday. As they prepared the bonfire, the sundial in the courtyard was still far from the midday. And they came for her and tied her to the stake. And as the sundial neared the line of 12, it was the witch herself who lit the torch and took it towards the bundles of hay and twigs. And then 3 ravens flew at the witch, wheeling and diving and crashing, and she dropped the torch and in a second was nothing but dust and ashes.
My brothers! My brothers!
And her 3 brothers, freed from their spell, pulled their sister from the stake and hugged her and kissed her, and now she could not speak for crying. And there was more. For now all was restored to her, and good held sway. And the girl who kept faith and had but one face for everyone was rewarded with sons and brothers and a sweetheart and a crown. And she practiced her smile until it was perfect.
Well, I thought the babies had been killed.
No, the witch had cast them down a well. But the ravens knew and caught them up safe and cared for them. And so they lived happily.
Yes, but it wasn't 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 whole days, was it?
No, clever clogs. The princess spoke 3 minutes too soon. And because of that, her youngest brother kept one wing forever. But he didn't mind, and nor do I, and nor, my dear, should you. The tale of the 3 ravens.